Grizzlies attorneys has called Morant's claims a Hail Mary.
A little bit short, sir. Where I'm from, that's fighting standards.
Does he take a step toward you?
Yes.
So hold on. According to this report, a judge ruled that Ja Morant acted in self-defense when he punched a teenager. A Shelby County Circuit Court judge ruled that Ja Morant in 2022 was acting in self-defense. It was stated that Ja Morant will be granted the presumption of civil immunity underneath the Tennessee self-defense immunity statute. So this was roughly a 3-day hearing that was taken in December and saw a number of witnesses take the stand. Remember, this whole event took place in Ja's home. According to this report, the only direct evidence of the amount of force used is the testimony of Chip Brunt, who described Ja's punch as a chin check. He also said that it wasn't a hard hit at all. Never mind the fact that describing something as a chin check, if you know anything about chin checking someone, a good shot to the chin can get you knocked out. This is why when boxers describe someone who can't take a punch, they say he has a glass chin. They concluded that this was all circumstantial evidence and then used this argument. The fact that the plaintiff was not felled by the punch and showed no visible sign of bruising or injuries, did not appear dazed, and drove himself home. They said all of this supported Chip Brunt's observations. They were concluding that based on that evidence and based on that spectrum, that should satisfy the self-defense immunity.
I just punched him. Pretty small amount of punch.
Less than a week before his return from a 25-game suspension, Memphis Grizz star Ja Morant goes to court today. Morant was on the defense during a hearing tied to a lawsuit after a fight at his home during a pickup basketball game with a teenager.
It wasn't on the basketball court, but inside Shelby County Circuit Court, where Memphis Grizzlies and NBA star Ja Morant took the stand.
Do you recall where it hit you?
Left side of my face.
Did it hurt?
I mean, yeah.
Did it feel good?
Nah.
Were you surprised?
Yeah.
For the first time, Morant talking publicly about a 2022 pickup basketball game that led to a fight against then 17-year-old Joshua Holloway and a lawsuit, and demonstrating what he says happened that day.
When you threw the ball to Mr. Holloway, where
Yeah,
did
his
it hit?
chest. Yeah, he caught it by his chest.
You remember, this isn't Ja's first occasion. This is just one of many, with this lawsuit being filed in 2022 of September. At the time, this was just one of a few things that Ja Morant had to clear up. During the deposition, some people gave some detail as to how this all got started, and they said it happened during a check ball situation. Now, without even reading this, I could tell you one of two things happened. He either passed the ball too hard, or he rolled the ball in disrespect. Let's continue. Witnesses said Holloway rolled the ball to Morant, what'd I say? And Morant threw it back to the teen for him to properly check the ball in. Now the situation seems to have gotten even more inflamed when apparently Holloway, the victim, allegedly threw the ball at Morant's head. Whether this was intentional or not has not been concluded. But Ja and this guy, the teenager, then approached one another, and you can take a guess as to what happened next. Teen Holloway apparently had his fist balled. He approached Ja, and naturally Ja did as well, and this is when the chin checking apparently happened. After the punch, Holloway was escorted to his car. At some point after the scuffle, Holloway allegedly yelled out that he would light the place up like fireworks, which if you know anything recent about Ja Morant and his escapades, then you already know what lighting the place up alludes to. Now, Holloway's attorney, Rebecca Adelman, she has filed a motion challenging the constitutionality of Tennessee's Stand Your Ground law and argued that it violates Holloway's due process rights. Now, a hearing about those rights hasn't yet commenced, but with Ja Morant actually standing under immunity, if anything were to happen, naturally it would get pushed back. So when someone rolls the ball to you, do you find it disrespectful? Disrespectful enough to then go attack that person? Is a chin check not that big of a deal? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I will see you guys again for the next one. Be easy, y'all.